All right, Gigi, take it away. What we talking about next?
Okay, so I'm gonna try to piece this together. So you guys let me know if you're keeping up.
Yes.
Go ahead. I got you.
So hearing Pablo talk about just the history of Haiti, the way the system is corrupt, a lot of the information about our goods, for example, not being well known to people, like the whole concept of we're the richest nation in the Western Hemisphere, but we're the poorest at the same time. It really struck a nerve and like made me think of something. And y'all, it made me think of Hamilton, the musical. That's on Disney Plus right now. This is not a sponsor for Disney Plus though. So in that musical, I at first was not about the hype. I was like, it's just a musical. And then I sat and watched that 4-hour thing.
Huh?
4 hours.
It's 4 hours.
Get me.
Because it's a whole Broadway show.
Get me.
There's intermissions?
Yes, there's an intermission. Yeah, even on Disney Plus, there's an intermission. But after watching it, I was like, wow. Shout outs to the creator for making American history more palatable. And I hope more people watch this because as Americans, we should understand our nation and its birth and how we came to be. But it also makes me think about Haiti and back to the fact that Haiti is a young democracy. Like our current government system in Haiti has only been around since 1987. It's a millennial. So,
ooh, whoa, okay.
We're the democracy, and the democracy is us.
Okay. Now I can see how there's some flaws there. Okay.
Right.
It resonates.
So the reason I thought of Hamilton because in the play you see Alexander Hamilton, who was the first Secretary of State for George Washington. He's one of the main writers of the U.S. Constitution, and a lot of times I think. From when we're here in the U.S. or here just out in the diaspora, wherever, we don't have good context of how much our current system, how precious that is. Because we see other countries like Haiti have political issues. We just be like, my God, I couldn't imagine. But if you really understand how this country came to be, then it's not really that mind-boggling. This is what it takes to create a country. This is what it takes to create a democracy. A democracy. I'm going to put quotations around that because really, what is it? It's a theory, you guys. It's a theory. It's a thing that people came up with, men came up with and said, hey, I think this is how a government should work. And some people were like, yeah, I agree. And so let's do it. That's basically what that term is. And so Hamilton does a great job of just showing you, this is a man and he really believed in the thought and the idea of America. I want to know where are the Haitians that believe in the idea of Haiti, that believe in the idea of the Constitution, that have nationalism. Now, nationalism has gotten a really bad term because unfortunately, nationalists, people who become super radical about their country, can go off and do some really horrible things. But there is something to be said when you're proud of where you come from and what you represent. That's why I made that face when you said you don't buy any Haitian gear. Because if Haitians cared about Haiti and if Haiti was number one, if that was the priority, then I feel like we could make the steps towards having a more stable political system because that's what had to happen here in America. We're still in turmoil. There's still issues with our party system. You guys clearly saw it with the past election season. But people believe in America. And that's why the whole storming of the Capitol was so terrible because it's like, it showed cracks. It showed people not believing in the Constitution. The Constitution was written in finalized in 1776. It's been amended. The last time it was amended was in 1992. Constitutions are living and breathing documents. To be a stable country is a living and breathing process. And so to me, what we're seeing with Haiti is we're watching it unfold. We're watching a really young, it's not young because we've been around for over 200 years. But if we're talking about from 1987 to now, we're talking about someone who's still going through the process of growing and figuring it out. The unfortunate part is we now have all these cameras and judgment and shame and stigma watching us figure it out. And so I guess the Free Haiti hashtag, at first I was really annoyed by it. I'm going to be honest. I was annoyed by it. But now I'm like, this hashtag could be the spark that leads to something greater.
Well said.
Can we get a round of applause? I know that was deep.
That was,
and I'm not even gonna try to say the piece you said about what I have a deeper meaning to that, but okay. I'm not gonna make this about me because not right now at least. So what you said is very important because it's like everybody being in our business. Like, this is a Haitian business. Let us figure it out as Haitians and figure out how the country's gonna be better for us. But you do have, like, the point that Pablo made. There's riches there for people to take advantage of. If we figure it out, we may be better off without those resources. And you have something that was posted recently that's Russia wants to help, and all these companies, they want to help. They want to bring in all these countries or nations. They want to come in and help. But at the same time, I seen comments like, we good. I seen comments like,
Haiti needs a strategic plan.
I felt that.
Like, what is our point? What is
we
our
need to
goal?
go through a SWOT analysis. We need to figure out the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and the threats are
boom.
Absolute most, like, of absolute importance. The threats to Haiti. And I can see what you mean as far as the hashtag initially being a threat. In my opinion, initially, because in the United States, I feel like we're really good at, I'm trying to figure out the correct words because this is obviously a very important topic, but we're good at applying ourselves as victims in other people's causes.
Yeah.
And I feel like with the Free Haiti hashtag, it's not about Americans finding out, oh my goodness, what part of the Free Haiti hashtag applies to me so that now it's relevant. I think it should just be like Gigi says, it's everything. And Pablo, like, it's a snowball. It doesn't matter what angle you look at it. It's a problem, and it's a continuous problem that's kind of, just developing in front of our eyes. And I know that neocolonialism was added to the mix with these other countries trying to help. Because when you see a country's vulnerability playing out.
Oh, wow. You want to go in. Does that go into sweetie? No.
But
okay,
it's one of those things. And again, Gigi, I want to emphasize that what you said was beautifully placed, because once you see the vulnerability heightened, where all these other big countries can see, they are now engaging in strategic planning to I don't want to say invade, but to insert themselves in a way that they can perfectly make it seem like I was coming to help.
Yeah.
And then it further perpetuates us being no longer rich, like he said, or being able to, utilize the resources we have, or even the room to be nationalists in a positive way. We don't have the room, because now I don't have room to love Haiti and make a plan, because I'm dealing with the threat of somebody coming in, taking my land.
Yeah, it's like when people talk about Chicago and the gun violence issue, they always paint it out as like, oh my gosh, black on black crime. What's being done out there? Who's helping? Google it. There are like
people on the ground.
Tons of people on the ground who have dedicated their entire life to stopping gun violence. I do not believe that there are not people in Haiti who have dedicated their lives to making things better. But who has the capital? Who has the influence? If Russia and all these other countries want to come out, who cares about the little guy who's doing a nonprofit trying to help with the gang violence and the kidnappings? And that's why I love what Pablo said, like just utilizing our platform and our resources to help, I think, to help amplify the people who actually care about Haiti.
Yeah.
And who already they prepared for this time,
Yes.
or prepared to go in a fight for a long term.
Correct.
And they're not just doing it just for, oh yeah, this is the hashtag is trending now, let's fight now.
Correct.
And go back to what I used to know. They're like you said, they're dedicated to do certain things, and it's powerful. And also, like, a lot of artists have also dedicated, when I mean by artists, music personnel, like Tijo, who's in Koba Creole or Creole right now. He made certain points, that because he lives there, he lives in Haiti. So he mentioned, and this is sad, and every time I think about it, I'm not saying it makes me emotional, but it does get me a little bit there. So he was saying that, okay, the bad guys, right? And it's not even the whole reason, but there's a correlation there, right? The reason why the government is able to have, because Pablo mentioned it, allegedly have gangs and things like that to move in terms of Haiti. I said allegedly because I don't have the facts. These people who accept these guns, those are not just people who want to be bad guys. Tijo mentioned that those kids are the same kids that people in Haiti walk by every day and don't give them $1. Those are the same kid that has to go in the street because their parents were never given a job to really take care of them. Those kids that are given the guns and being bad guys, they didn't have a choice. The basketball courts are not open. There's no team for him to join to play soccer. There's nowhere for him to go play tennis.
Education system.
There's a lot. And he mentioned there's no social structure in Haiti, meaning that people don't have a social outlet to do things socially, to help their mental, to help them be a kid. Like, kids are not given platforms to be kids. Yeah. They're either going to school or going to school. Similar to things here in America, l'école la caille l'église, it's even worse there.
Yeah.
So that could even be a detriment to our culture that we're using these three terms, because there are parents who are taught the same thing in Haiti. So l'école la caille l'église is what it is here.
It only works if those three things are actually like safe,
functioning
places.
Yeah. So even though there's l'école la caille l'église in Haiti, but however, it's also not accessible to everybody.
It's not.
There's no free schooling.
A lot of people don't know that, and that's something that I've been to Haiti numerous times. We in the States complain about college and how expensive it is. That is not your primary education. You are given a completely free academic like lineup from what? When do you go to school? At what age?
Pre-K.
Pre-K. You pay for that in Haiti.
5?
Yeah, you pay for that. Like as a young child, 3-4 years old, you are paying for every book you read, every teacher that teaches you. You pay your uniform, you pay for it all. And those things are lost. They're lost in the understanding of, like you said, Haiti being young in these areas and trying to improve when they have so many other threats or so many other things that they have to tweak along the way. But it's hard to just pinpoint one. And it's just like this whole conversation just got me.
I'm telling you, and going back to even the choice that they don't have. If my parents can't take me to school, you left at home and you just go on the streets. Yeah. You just go there because everybody has to make a living for themselves. And if they can't afford to send you to school, you're home or on the streets.
Yep. We're watching just human behavior. What hurts Haiti is because we're Black. Honestly. What causes us to get like this very negative media is because we're Black. Like, unfortunately, a lot of what Haiti is going through happens in other countries. The farther away you are from whiteness, the more it's viewed as a deficiency versus just and I hate to say a natural process, because the violence, the poverty, the corruption, that's just terrible, and it should not be condoned. But unfortunately, in human history, this is what happens when you are trying to be a country. I don't think there's a nation on this planet that can really look back on their history and be like, wow, we handled that so gracefully.
And I don't think so. I agree. I don't think there's one. I don't think there's one. But with Haiti being the first independent,
Black,
with them being the first independent and Black, what help did we have on the front end for leverage? Like, and people don't really look at that either.
That's it.
Like they don't like, that's something I feel like is very overlooked in the entirety of the 200 plus years we're talking about, because not only were you the first, you did it alone and you continued alone.
Yeah.
So while other countries were finally, developing, creating those structures, those systems, putting things into play, we were just thrown to the wayside, like whatever, like not thrown to the wayside, but it was almost, we were then completely insignificant.
We got directed.
Dude, we got labeled as strong friend. No, for real. Like strong friend that you
but
don't
that's
check
toxic,
on.
and that's toxic.
It's like okay, y'all got y'all independence. Y'all don't
we don't need help.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of those things, and it's like, yeah, we gonna figure it out because we did all this fighting, and it's like, okay, I fight now. It's like, yeah, you did all this fight, you're not independent.
And
what are you gonna do now, kind of thing. It's
and
like,
he spoke of the root. Pablo spoke of the root. We got our independence through fighting. So, not to say that that's a quality that we wanted to keep within the country, but it is unfortunately how we've been conditioned to resolve or create solutions.
That's what the guy was saying.
But like it's something that we millennials, whoever Haitian American, like whatever that looks like, we have to transition from it being blood, sweat, and tears to then conversations and movements and something that
we don't talk enough.
Exactly. Something that perpetuates more of a conversation and again, I'm not saying that this is easy by any means.
No.
Not at all. I'm not minimizing that.
Because you're gonna get in the room with the Haitians that say talking is not gonna make any difference.
Exactly. That's what they're gonna say. And I've seen it. I've heard it.
It's a compromise. And I hate to say this, and I'm guilty of this too. Haitian people are not the best compromisers.
No, we don't compromise. They're the one, this or that.
Yes.
That's why we have both. That's why we have a president and a prime minister. Because we could.
That's it.
That's it.
Okay.
But it is something.
Yeah.
The conversation definitely hit home for me. It's like that's the end of all of these. Like, what next? You know what made it worse? Now go ahead, Gigi.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, when Pablo talked about how the Free Haiti hashtag, it has like literally like a drop down menu of things it's touching on. When he was listing the things, I was like, okay, so the kidnappings that are happening to women, where are the women activists? When he talked about the gang violence, where are those, the gang violence activists? Like, each issue literally has groups that are dedicated to solving those issues. I guess, and this is something I'll do for myself, who in Haiti or who is here in the U.S. that's Haitian descent that's dedicated or is doing work towards those issues, because I feel like if we're able again to empower those individuals, then I'm not saying it's going to solve things overnight. Like, it's a difficult situation. It took a long time to get here, so it's going to take a long time to get out of here. But I do think that's where we leverage our influence as Haitian millennials. I really do.
Yeah.
It's hard to speak on this because now I feel like the guy in the video. I'm here in the States. It's just one of those things. Yeah. It's just hard. And the example that he gave in terms of like, you have a mess, you spill some juice, wiping it once, it's just gonna spread. Like, it's like
spray a little Windex.
You
have to clean it.
You gotta clean it. But it's like, you gotta spray it, you gotta clean it, you gotta scrub it, it's just,
you gotta be clean, like thoroughly. And this is terrible, and I didn't want to say this, but I feel like I'm driving to the edge right now. It's sad to say that the Free Haiti hashtag, and we're not a political podcast, but we're definitely want to give out the information for us. But I at one point